It started like a normal summer day. The sun was out, families were enjoying the water, lifeguards were doing their job, and everything looked calm. But within minutes, a group of teenagers would turn that peaceful scene into a police call, a bodycam moment, and a lesson they would not forget. The title says it perfectly: Teens Meet Karma After Attacking Lifeguards. And when you hear that line, it almost sounds like a joke, but the reality behind it is serious. Lifeguards are not security guards looking for trouble. They are there to protect people, prevent drownings, and keep a public space safe. But sometimes, the people they are trying to protect become the ones causing the danger. In this case, what began as disrespect and bad behavior quickly turned into something much bigger. Police were called, officers arrived, and the teens who thought they could do whatever they wanted suddenly realized that actions have consequences. The video begins with police responding to a situation involving lifeguards who had reportedly been attacked or threatened. Right away, the scene feels tense. You can see a police vehicle, officers on scene, and at least one young person standing nearby while police try to understand what happened. This is the kind of bodycam footage where the real story is not only in what people say. It is in the attitude, the body language, the excuses, and the way the situation changes when police arrive. Before police show up, people sometimes act brave. They shout, they challenge authority, they push boundaries, and they think the rules are just words. But the moment the lights, badges, and bodycams appear, the mood changes. According to the title, this incident involves teens attacking lifeguards. That is important because lifeguards have one of the most stressful public safety jobs. They have to watch crowds, watch the water, manage emergencies, deal with children, deal with parents, stop dangerous behavior, and sometimes enforce rules that people do not want to follow. A lifeguard telling someone to stop running, stop fighting, leave an area, or follow safety instructions is not trying to ruin anyone's fun. They are trying to prevent injury or death. But when a group of teens decides to challenge that authority, the situation can become dangerous very quickly. Imagine being a lifeguard on duty. You are not there to fight. You are not there to argue. You are scanning the water, trying to make sure nobody is drowning, nobody is hurt, and nobody is putting others in danger. Then a group of teenagers starts acting aggressively. Maybe they refuse to listen. Maybe they talk back. Maybe they threaten staff. Maybe things become physical. At that moment, the lifeguard is no longer only watching the water. Now they are dealing with a confrontation, and that confrontation can distract them from protecting everyone else. That is why these situations are taken seriously. A lifeguard being attacked is not just a staff problem. It is a public safety problem. When police arrive, they have to separate stories. One person says one thing. Another person says something else. Teens may claim they did nothing wrong. Staff may say they were assaulted. Witnesses may have seen parts of it, but not everything. Officers have to slow the situation down. They ask questions. Who started it? Who touched who first? Was anyone injured? Are there cameras? Are there witnesses? Did anyone threaten the lifeguards? Did the teens refuse to leave? Were there parents or adults involved? Every question matters because police need more than noise. They need facts. And this is where the karma part begins. Because many young people think that if they are loud enough, confident enough, or emotional enough, they can control the situation. But a police investigation does not work like that. The officer is not there to win an argument. The officer is there to determine what happened and what law may have been broken. If a teen assaulted a lifeguard, that can lead to charges. If they made threats, that can lead to consequences. If they resisted instructions after police arrived, that can make everything worse. The roadside or public park is not a place to perform for friends. It is a place where one bad decision can become an official record. The most interesting part of cases like this is how quickly attitudes change. Before consequences arrive, people act tough. They may laugh. They may talk over staff. They may say, "You can't do anything." But once officers start asking direct questions, once names are taken, once parents are contacted, once someone realizes they may be detained or cited, the confidence starts to disappear. Suddenly, the same people who were acting fearless begin explaining, apologizing, blaming others, or saying it was not that serious. But by that point, the situation is already being documented. This video is also a warning about group behavior. One teen alone may not have acted the same way, but in a group, people become bolder. They feed off each other. One person says something disrespectful, another pushes it further, another laughs, and suddenly the whole group feels untouchable. That is how small incidents become police cases. Group pressure makes people do things they would never do alone, and when police arrive, the group does not protect you. Each person becomes responsible for their own actions. For lifeguards, this kind of situation can be extremely frustrating. They are often young workers themselves, sometimes teenagers or college students, doing a difficult job with serious responsibility. They are trained to save lives, not to be attacked by people who do not want to follow rules. When lifeguards are disrespected, threatened, or assaulted, it sends a message that public safety workers are not being protected. That is why police response matters. It shows that attacking or threatening lifeguards is not just kids being kids. It can become a real legal matter. As the officers continue the investigation, the teens may try to explain their side. Maybe they say the lifeguard was rude. Maybe they say they were only joking. Maybe they say they never touched anyone. Maybe they say the situation got exaggerated. But even if someone feels disrespected, that does not give them the right to attack staff. There are proper ways to complain. You can talk to a supervisor. You can leave. You can call a parent. You can report the issue later. But once someone becomes physical or threatening, the situation moves from disagreement to possible crime. The Bodycam style of this video makes it powerful because it captures the moment consequences arrive in real time. It is not a polished TV drama. It is raw, awkward, and uncomfortable. You see people trying to talk their way out of something. You see officers staying calm. You see how a normal day can become a police situation because of choices made in seconds. This is why Bodycam videos do so well online. They show the moment where someone's confidence crashes into reality. For young viewers, this story has a clear lesson. Do not let your friends push you into something stupid. If a staff member tells you to stop, stop. If you disagree, walk away and handle it later. Do not put hands on anyone. Do not threaten workers. Do not turn a simple warning into a police report. Because the internet may laugh and call it karma, but for the people involved, the consequences can be real. A charge, a school problem, a parent meeting, community service, probation, or a record can follow someone long after the moment is over. For parents, this video is also a reminder. Teenagers need to understand that public spaces have rules. A pool, beach, park, water facility, or recreation area is not a place where they can act without limits. Lifeguards, security staff, and police are there for safety. If a teenager does not respect that, they can create danger for themselves and others. Many parents only find out when the call comes. Your child is involved in a police incident. And by then, the lesson is much harder. The officers in this case likely had to decide whether to issue warnings, citations, trespass notices, or make arrests depending on what happened and the evidence available. But whatever the final legal outcome, the public lesson is already clear. These teens thought they could challenge lifeguards and walk away. Instead, police arrived, cameras recorded, and the story became a viral warning. That is the karma people are talking about. But the video should not only be watched for entertainment. It should be watched as a public safety lesson. Lifeguards deserve respect. Public workers deserve safety. Rules exist for a reason. And young people need to understand that fun stops being fun when someone gets hurt, threatened, or attacked. A few seconds of showing off can create years of regret. The most important question is this: why do some people only learn respect after consequences arrive? Why does it take police, body cams, and public embarrassment for someone to realize they crossed the line? Maybe the answer is that some people do not believe rules apply to them until they are forced to face them. And that is exactly what this video shows. A group of teens may have started the day thinking they were just having fun. But by the end, they were standing in front of police. answering questions, and learning that attacking lifeguards is not a joke. So now I want to ask you, do you think police should be strict in cases where lifeguards or public safety workers are attacked, or should teens get one warning first? Comment your opinion respectfully below. And remember, this video is not about glorifying trouble. It is about showing how quickly bad choices can turn a normal day into a viral police incident.